Hey guys, and welcome back to the X-Plane 11 demo. So in this video I'm going to do something really simple. I cannot mess it up. I'm going to fly a Cessna 172 Skyhawk over Seattle, and basically what I'll do is I'll turn it on now and I've got that light, and I'll switch over to nighttime, fly over the night sky in Seattle, because one thing I haven't really looked at much yet, but something X-Plane really has done well, is the night environments and night lighting. So we'll do that, and well, for this video I've also nicked some of my brother's hardware. So look at the picture on the screen now. Basically, next is Satec yoke. I've got his Satec throttle as well to go with it. I've got an old Satec joystick which I'm using for rudder, and basically floor, you can see the cables everywhere. It's nice fire hazard that. My desk is an absolute tip right now, but other than that, let's get into the video. Here you go, back in the cockpit. Let's push back a bit so I've got a bit of camera. Let's turn it on. So it's not too bad. It's top the mixture. Battery set, avionics set, lights, so you've got fuel pump, you've got strobe, landing lights and taxi lights we don't need. Yes, we need nav lights, strobe lights, no actually, not yet, and pilot heat will turn on. So other than that, let's just turn the aircraft on and get ready to go. So turn the key, just put a bit of throttle in. Yeah, so you see the throttle's a little bit juddery when I move it, but it's not too bad. Flaps down to 10, and set the time to night. So if I go flights, edit flights, about 8:30 at night, apply changes, night all comes in, and you really see just like the nice lighting effects and environment in X-Plane. Already looks pretty amazing. So other than that, yeah, I think we're ready to go. So I'm going to lean to my right a bit. Okay, looks like I've actually got a bit of an air traffic control or something going on. Lean over to my right, and well, yeah, get to the joystick for the rudder and your. It's not the easiest control in the world, but it's not too bad. Poor turn that, but follow the taxiway down to the runway, and then we'll just make our way up to the sky. So slow down, brakes on, and well, yeah, now that we're here, rudder has been set, flaps been set. It's on the rest of the lights, so 1, 2, 3. Probably should turn on taxi lights before I start taxiing, but oh well. Right, flaps been set, lights on, brakes off, let's taxi onto the runway. And about 80 knots I'll be rotating. Joystick's still drifting to the left a bit for some reason, and my throttle's a bit of a mess for some reason because of the juddering and shaking. So onto the threshold of the runway. Just trying to look straight again. It's really old hardware. It's Satec's like basic low level stuff, and it's definitely not aged very well. So throttle up, hold nose down a bit, and 80 knots I will rotate, and descend on the runway. 160 knots.
Cleared IFR to Kilo, Sierra, Delta, Foxtrot, as filed.
Right, 80 knots, we will now rotate.
Squawk 4701, November,
No guns
01,
plane,
X-ray,
so that
Papa.
trim, so I'm not going to over rotate. So yeah, let's trim the aircraft. Oops. There we go, flaps will now go up, carry on trimming. And we'll turn off the landing lights and taxi lights, because on light aircraft you need the 10,000 feet rule. So yeah, we're now in the air, and already we can see the night lighting coming into effect over X-Plane. And I have to say, it does look amazing. There's nothing you can really fault about this one. It does look realistic on the roads as well, the cars. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this, looks absolutely amazing. They go a bit more dense lights in the distance. It's all volumetric. It's all 3D, it's all rendered. It does look pretty amazing. And all the cars are lit as well. Distance, you might see a few aircraft here and there. There we go, I think there's one to my left. Yes, there is, to my 10 o'clock now. See a bit of flashing lights. And yeah, as a whole, X-Plane's redone the night lighting well. Alright, let me sort out this, the mixture. Just try and lean the engine. Right, there you go, there you go. Engine's lean. Don't put too much power on the engine or just basically explode with too much power. And yeah, so fly around a bit, and we'll just talk about the scenery and stuff. But as a whole, it looks pretty amazing, the night lighting over X-Plane. There's nothing you can fault about it, it's just absolutely amazing straight out of the box. So the closest I got with FSX is the Night Environment British Isles, which is similar to this, like kind of the volumetric free light stuff, but it's not as good as like separate different lights. It's got some stuff which maybe not necessary, but a nice add-on, like police car chase and that kind of stuff. So there's blue lights going on down there, I believe I saw one actually, but I can't see it anymore. Yeah, there's all like police cars and that kind of stuff. It's a really nice add-on. It's nothing, again, you can really put back on it. And straight out of the box, like the night environment was like 10-20 quid add-on, depending if you got sale or not. So a lot of respect to the guys at Laminar Research behind X-Plane. Although it may not have come across my first video, basically what I think I tried to do was kind of like what people do with FSX videos, like multiplayer trolling, that kind of stuff. I thought I could probably get away with a satire video for X-Plane, which in the end was a big no-no. The audience behind this game is more like advanced or like realistic kind of stuff, and doing a satire for it was really not a good idea. So my apologies to those I annoyed with that, but yeah, so that's behind us. There you go, you've got a police car going on down there, just past Boeing Field. So yeah, it's not the biggest edition, but it's like a nice little add-on for the simulator, which does look really good. And yeah, apologies to those I annoyed with my like satire video. But as I'm growing this channel, I mean, like, I'm on 323 subscribers at this point, so it's not very big, but I'm definitely growing at quite a good rate. You guys are willing to give me like a chance, willing to see if I grow or not. Do like leave a subscribe, do like the video down below if you guys accept this as an apology, but if not, I guess I'm sorry for wasting your time, and well, yeah, just thank you for giving me this chance, despite the fact it may not have gone as well as I hoped it would. And yeah, let's fly around a bit, talk about the scenery a bit more, and then we will end the video, I guess, and it's a mini-series on the X-Plane demo and the beta and that kind of stuff. So yeah, still drifting to the left a bit, because the rudder's a bit of a mess, don't know why. I'm glad I've left the flight actually. We're 7.5 minutes into the video, okay. If I look around, the airports in the distance, I might have been landing at those. There's something in the distance over there. Pigeonless, it's just now passing on my like wing lights. If I go and land over there, that's good enough distance. Nothing that'll be a nice conclusion to this series. But as a whole, nice environment over X-Plane, something very special, cannot deny that. And with the X-Plane 11, they also like redid the night lighting engine. So X-Plane 11, it's very similar to like X-Plane 10, like most aspects, but the main is like redid the flight model slightly, new default aircraft in like the form of Boeing 737, and I'll go to that further one ahead of me, or I'll go to that closer one. Actually, bear in mind I've got time limit, I'll go for that slightly closer one along the motorway. But yeah. Yeah, so they redid the lighting, so night lighting, that kind of looks even better. They redid some of the flight dynamics, like modelling and all that kind of stuff. Looks pretty amazing. If I quickly adjust my trim a little bit more. So yeah, if you look at the controller, so put the yoke back in, slightly opposite of this Cessna 172, you can control the steering wheel on and off the yoke even. So yeah, made it more sensitive with this yoke, but I've definitely sorted this out. My flying's not as erratic as before, and yeah, I think I'll make that slightly further runway, to be honest. As a whole, it's definitely quite a nice addition. So I'll get myself ready to land, load the throttle a little bit more actually. And then we'll make ourselves landing over there. I'm not sure what airport that is. Hang on, there you go. If I look at the map, yeah, it's nothing really that explains on the map very well. It's just a few ICAO codes. So I'll close that, and I'll just land over there. Some of the lights now spawning in the distance. So me personally, what I'm thinking is I probably won't make the push to X-Plane 11 just yet. I may wait it out a little bit longer, see if the Dovetail Flight Simulator will be any good, but a lot of people are saying it's going to be like a failed game, that knows where you can give it a try. I think in the small chance they could put it off, I'm going to give them a chance for that, and maybe push like X-Plane 12, because it's every like 2 or 3 years they release a new simulator, Laminar. So in the case of X-Plane 10, it lasts about 3 years, X-Plane 9 lasts for about 3 years, and well, 1999 is X-Plane 5, so yeah, about 2-3 years they last since they put out a new one. So I'm quite happy with FSX at the moment, like all my add-ons and stuff. Stuff like FS passengers, which I use all the time, I would really like to see on this, maybe like a passenger system or something, but yeah, there's a few things I definitely miss. And well, yeah, give the Dovetail and Flight Simulator a chance, but if that's a flop, likewise, if you guys really want me to go for X-Plane 11, I guess I can see what I can do about that, and maybe like use both simulators or just the one. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But for now, I think I'm quite happy with FSX, and look at my view counts, like not view count, like to dislike ratio. It's not too bad yet with FSX, so I think it will just about do for now. Speaking of like the British Knights light environment, I do have a video using that, the DC-10 landing video. If you guys want to like give that one a watch, but basically it's one about the night lighting. That was a package, cost like 10 quid I got in sale. This one's just free out of the box and looks pretty amazing. So you can't really fault Lamnar with this one. Definitely a bit high for this airport, so I'm going to load the throttle a bit. Going to Bandicam, I'm now 11 minutes into it, so I've got 4 minutes to get the plane down. So I should hopefully be able to do it quite easily. If I get the plane down enough actually, raise the throttle will be a slightly faster thing than I'd like, but 50-minute time limit with X-Plane, I do want to get down ASAP. Again, definitely a lot higher than I'd like. I'm going to sort out flaps and all that stuff when I'm sorted. Actually turn on the landing lights. That one. Load the throttle to idle, so I can descend a bit more without picking up too much speed. So I've got one hand on the throttle, one hand on the yoke. Landing gears, plane does not have any. Well, at least it does have landing gears, it's not retractable. Over the slightly more like suburbs area of Seattle, not as many lights out here. Trim, I'll just adjust slightly as well. Let's put a bit more throttle in. And yeah, I do like some raise of approach now. So we've got lights to Seattle to my left, go exterior view one more time. Got lights to Seattle to my right, and let me drift them a bit more. So yeah, this yoke's really not had the best test of time at the moment. It's a bit iffy at times and controlling it's a bit tired. Moving camera as well, since it locks up and it's not the best in the world. I may go for my own hardware eventually, just have a bit of extra like cash lying around and stuff. I'm off centre a bit because this aircraft keeps drifting. A bit more throttle in, so I can adjust. Let's sort out flaps. 10 degrees should be fine enough, but it's not a very long runway, I can tell you that. Going to the Bandicam, I've got 2 minutes to get the plane down, so I may touch down, stop, but I probably do not have time to taxi, which is a bit of a shame, but oh well. Unless if I do get down within 2 minutes and I don't have to like nosedive beforehand. Come on, 2 minutes, will I make this? Or should I have gone for closer runway? Which I am now parallel to, so yeah. Did I make a good choice or did I time this one wrong? Fingers crossed. Right, max throttle. I've now got Bandicam open, so I've got a minute and a half. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Come on, Cessna, don't fail me now. I like how slow this approach now feels. It raises the flaps actually, but it's the only cause drag, which is basically sort of slow me down. If I can get a nice fast approach in, it's not what I planned to do, but I'm going to have to do. Alright, less than a minute. Come on, Cessna, don't fail me now. Alright, I've got one hand ready on the rudder, ready to control that. I'm down, but a bit of flying left to go. I've got a good feeling I timed this one a bit poorly. Slight issue with the X-Plane, like 50-minute demo, it's not really enough time to at all fly around. So I'm only just about going to make this airport, might not even make it in the first place. I'm a bit harder than I'd like to be, so I will send a bit more. Try not to overstress the aircraft too much. Bit of a high approach. Right, slow the flaps a little. I could do a little bit of extra drag to be honest. Likewise, slowing the throttle should also help a little bit as well. Right. Need to get a bit more so centre the runway. Little adjustments here and there. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Still on idle. Yeah, a bit more trim. Yeah, it's much better. Definitely much better. As a whole, it should be a pretty nice landing to end our short flights across Seattle. This is probably going to be a fairly hard landing, to be honest. Not best descent rate at the moment. Try not to descend too much. Ooh, not the best landing at all. Could have done a bit better, but oh well. Brakes on. There we go. Right, release the brakes. And let's put a bit of throttle in. Yeah, for some reason the mixture does adjust the throttle a bit, raises that for some reason. Bit of throttle in, try and taxi to the parking. Oops, and yeah, demo's up. I've now lost all control of the aircraft. So yeah, might as well actually try and do the brakes as well. Well then, that was the X-Plane 11 beta/demo. I don't think that's too bad video, this one. I hope it was. Definitely much better video like Cessna. Not really much to check because I could mess up on. Hopefully done the landing right so I could land, but really focus on that. Like I said, if I was doing a proper serious, like 100% focus on it, I'd definitely do like longer flights and proper checklist and stuff. But for now, beta demo, messing around with the system. Hopefully these last two videos were a lot better than the first one I did. And like I said, if you guys are willing to give this channel a chance, then please do. I definitely appreciate it. But if this is the last video you're going to watch from me, then I hope you guys enjoyed this mini series of X-Plane 11. And well, yeah, I hope I see some of you guys next time. And yeah, goodbye.